let us enjoy the conference presented by our most celebrated guest tonight. And the conference will be followed by an extremely exciting intellectual dialogue between our guest and Mr. Papahaji. O seară bună tuturor!
Thank you. Merci. Mr. Foreign Minister, thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish I spoke Romanian. It's painful because I want to be as clear as possible, and obviously it would be clearer to you in your own language. But I've studied many languages, but unfortunately Romanian is not one of them. I only know really 2 words in Romanian, other than merci, and that the reason for these 2 words is that I was here in Romania before most of you were born. I was here 40 years ago. When I was in my 20s, I came here because I was a student of communism in communist countries. I studied Russian and the Soviet Union and East Europe. Those were my specialties. I was at Columbia University at the Russian Institute, and I came to East Europe year after year. I hated communism, and I wanted to be able to see it firsthand. And so the only 2 words I learned in my 2 trips to Romania were Trăiască partidul. Yes, this man went like this. I agree with you. I agree with you. And it was true in every communist country. That's all you would see is hail to the party, and whether it's, Russian or Hungarian or Bulgarian or Polish, and it was all nonsense and it was all evil, and I knew it. And there were many sad aspects to all of that. One of the saddest is that when I would go back to America and start lecturing about life in communist countries, Americans, totally understandably, but sadly, did not understand totalitarianism. It was a word. It didn't mean anything. Do you know that when I gave my thesis at Columbia, and I gave it orally, my professor, and I'll tell you who it was, Zbigniew Brzezinski, who was he was then teaching at Columbia University, and then became the head of national security for President Jimmy Carter. And I remember using the word totalitarianism in my thesis. And he said, "Excuse me, Mr. Prager, but we don't use that word here. We're not sure what it means." Which is amazing, since Brzezinski came from Poland. He didn't know what it meant. And it was part of what I realized was going on at our universities, the moral confusion at our universities, which I will come to. There is a very interesting, if I may say that about something I wrote, a very interesting piece I wrote many years ago, How I Found God at Columbia. And I will come to that in a moment.